All right, welcome back. We begin section 6.2, of course, which is, oops, we'll get it back, transforming and combining random variables. So again, we'll look at some learning targets, basically talking about, again, what happens if you add or subtract a constant or multiply or divide, what happens to the probability distribution table. We'll calculate the mean and standard deviation of the sum or difference of random variables, and then, of course, find the probabilities involving the sum or difference of independent normal random variables. So going back to chapter 2, we studied that the effects of linear transformations on the shape, center, and variability of the distribution of data. Remember that if you add or subtract, it changes the measure of center and location. It doesn't change variability. It doesn't change your shape or measures of variability. If you multiply, then yes, it changes all those. Multiplies by that center, by the spread, but it does not change the shape. The shape stays the same. It just spreads it out maybe a little bit more is what happens. So let's go back to Pete's Jeeps tours. Looking at that, let C be the total amount of money that Pete collects on a randomly selected trip. Remember, that's what we had before, and we figured out the mean was that 600 there, and so it costs Pete $100 to buy permits, gas, and a ferry pass for each day. So let's look at the amount of profit that Pete makes. Well, basically what we have to do is we have to subtract 100 from all that. So that just shifts it all down by 100. Okay, the shape stays the same, variability stays the same. Basically just subtracting 100 here. So you can kind of see that maybe a little clearer on the original one that we see here. Well, basically we just shift everything down 100 to minusing out those costs for him to talk about profit. So makes a little bit of sense. So this is basically everything's the same except it's shifted down by 100. The mean is 100 less. The standard deviation stays the same, obviously, and the shape is also the same as well. All right, so again, the effect of adding or subtracting, we're going to add that same number or subtract it from the center, the mean, median, quartiles, percentiles, those types of things. The variability, the range, interquartile range, standard deviation does not change when you're adding or subtracting those things. And the shape, of course, stays the same as well. Again, note that adding and subtracting a constant affects the distribution of a quantitative variable and the probability distribution in exactly the same way. So very similar to what we talked about before in chapter 2. Okay, let's take a look at another case here. A large introductory statistics class, the score X of a randomly selected student on a test worth 50 points can be modeled by a normal distribution. The mean is 35, standard deviation is 5. And due to a difficult question on the test, the professor decides to add 5 points to each student's score. Let Y be the scale test score of the randomly selected student. All right, so describe the shape, center, and variability of the probability of Y. All right, well, if we take a look at that, it should still stay normal. It was a normal distribution to begin with. The center was at 35. Since we added 5, that's going to put it to 40. And again, our variability standard deviation was 5. It's going to stay at 5. It's not going to change at all as we did that. All right, so remember that effect of adding or multiplying and dividing, we're going to multiply measures of center, all of that stuff. We're going to multiply the variability by that same number as well, or divide what you're doing by that constant. And again, the shape will not change. It'll still stay the same. All right. So again, that's what we have there. So let's look at a case here. El Dorado Community College considers a student to be full-time if he or she is taking between 12 and 18 units or credits. The number of units X that a randomly selected El Dorado Community College full-time student is taking in the fall semester has the following distribution. Okay, so we've got that. At the right is a histogram of the probability distribution. The mean is 14.65, so we're looking right around in there. Okay, standard deviation is 2.056, and at El Dorado Community College, the tuition for full-time students is $50 per unit or credit. That is, if tuition charge for a randomly selected student would be 50 times X is what that would be. Okay, so let's take a look and see what happens here. What shape does the probability of T have? Okay, so now basically we're going to multiply those all by 50 is what we're going to do. So the shape would basically be the same. It's roughly symmetric with 3 peaks. The center, of course, was at 14.65. Now, of course, that dollar amount, if we multiply by 50, makes it a dollar amount of $732.50. The variability was 2.056. Well, we also multiply that by 50, so that standard deviation of the tuition cost would be $102.80 away from that mean that we had. Okay, so that's how that works as we do adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. What happens to the probability distribution? And that should be it for 6.2. We'll finish up the second part of it next time. Until then, I'm Mr. Boone.